The platform at the station is quiet, tucked away in a corner of the world where the air is so crisp it feels like drinking cold water. You stand there for a moment, your breath blooming in soft white clouds that drift upward toward the iron rafters of the station roof. It is late, the kind of hour where the world seems to have held its breath, waiting for something quiet and beautiful to begin. Before you sits the Midnight Alpine Express. Its dark navy exterior is polished to a mirror shine, catching the amber glow of the station lamps. The brass handles on the doors gleam with a dull, warm luster. There is no rush here, no frantic crowds or echoing announcements. There is only the low, rhythmic hum of the engine, a deep, vibrating purr that promises a steady journey through the night. You step up onto the train, the heavy metal step providing a solid, grounding thud beneath your boots. As you enter the corridor, the chill of the mountain air is instantly replaced by a cocoon of warmth. The interior smells of beeswax, old books, and a faint, pleasant hint of cedarwood. The carpet beneath your feet is thick and plush, a deep forest green that muffles every footstep, turning your walk into a silent glide. You find your private cabin and slide the heavy wooden door open. It moves with a satisfying oiled smoothness. Inside, the space is a sanctuary. A small amber-shaded lamp in the corner casts a honey-coloured glow across the room. The walls are panelled in dark walnut, the grain of the wood swirling in intricate, natural patterns. You set your bag down and move to the window. Outside, the train has begun to move, though you barely felt the transition from stillness to motion. It is a slow, deliberate departure, as if the train itself is careful not to disturb the sleeping valley. You settle into the oversized velvet armchair by the window. The fabric is soft, almost like moss, and it yields gently under your weight. You lean your head back and watch as the station lights begin to recede, flickering like dying embers before they are swallowed by the vast indigo darkness of the Swiss Alps. The rhythm begins now. Clack-clack, clack-clack. It is a low, percussive heartbeat felt through the floorboards and the soles of your feet. It isn't a jarring sound, but rather a steady, predictable pulse. It is the sound of progress without effort. Clack-clack, clack-clack. As the train gains a modest speed, the landscape outside begins to transform. The moon is full and high, hanging like a pale silver coin in a sky of deepest violet. The light it casts is a strange, beautiful blue, a cool, ethereal glow that turns the snow-covered peaks into jagged shards of sapphire and diamond. The snowfall begins as the train winds higher into the pass. It is a light, effortless snow. The flakes are large and airy, drifting down in no particular hurry. They dance in the slipstream of the train, swirling in the blue moonlight, before settling softly onto the dark boughs of the pine trees that line the tracks. You watch a single flake hit the glass of your window. For a heartbeat, you can see its perfect hexagonal geometry before the warmth of the cabin turns it into a tiny, clear bead of water that slowly traces a path down the pane. The train enters a long, sweeping curve. From your window, you can see the front of the locomotive, its powerful headlights cutting twin paths of gold through the falling blue snow. The light illuminates the swirling white powder, making it look like a shower of sparks. The engine tilts ever so slightly as it hugs the mountainside, a gentle swaying motion that feels like being rocked in a giant's cradle. You notice a small silver tray on the side table. On it sits a heavy ceramic teapot and a single matching cup. The ceramic is a soft matte cream colour, and it feels pleasantly warm to the touch. You pour a stream of amber-coloured chamomile tea into the cup. The sound of the liquid hitting the bottom of the mug is a bright, splashing note against the low hum of the train. Steam rises in a lazy, spiralling ribbon, carrying the scent of dried flowers and honey. You take a sip, the warmth spreading from your throat down into your chest, radiating outward to your fingertips. The world outside is cold, a frozen, silent wilderness of ice and stone. But here, inside your walnut-panelled room, you are perfectly, unassailably safe. The train passes over a stone bridge, and the sound of the tracks changes. The clack-clack becomes deeper, more resonant, echoing off the canyon walls below. You look down and see a frozen river, a ribbon of silver-blue ice winding through the valley floor. The moonlight reflects off the ice, creating a shimmering path that follows the curve of the mountains. There are no lights from houses here, no roads, just the ancient, silent peaks of the Alps, standing as sentinels in the moonlight. The rhythm of the train is hypnotic. Clack-clack, clack-clack. You find yourself breathing in time with the motion. Inhale as the carriage sways to the left. Exhale as it rights itself. The movement is fluid, like a needle gliding through silk. You decide to prepare for rest. You move to the bed, which has been neatly turned down. The sheets are heavy, high thread count cotton, cool and crisp to the touch. The duvet is thick, filled with soft down that seems to hold the warmth of the room. You climb in, the weight of the blanket settling over you like a gentle, protective hand. The pillow is firm yet soft, supporting your neck as you turn your head toward the window one last time. You reach out and dim the amber lamp, leaving the room bathed only in the blue moonlight from outside. The shadows in the cabin are long and soft. The walnut grain of the walls looks like dark water in the dim light. Outside, the forest is thicker now. The train moves through a corridor of ancient fir trees, their branches heavy and sagging under the weight of the fresh snow. Every few seconds, a branch, overloaded with white powder, releases its burden, sending a soft cloud of crystals shimmering into the air like diamond dust. The train begins to climb a steeper grade. The engine's hum deepens, becoming a low, vibrating drone that resonates in your very bones. It is a powerful, comforting sound. The sound of a machine that knows its path perfectly. You feel the subtle gravity of the incline, your body pressing just a little deeper into the mattress. You pass a small mountain village. It is a cluster of dark wooden chalets with steeply pitched roofs, each covered in a thick, smooth layer of snow that looks like frosting. A single golden light glows in one window, a distant lonely star in the blue night. Then it is gone, replaced once more by the silver-blue wilderness. The snowfall is getting thicker now, turning the world into a soft, blurred landscape of shadows and light. The mountains are no longer distinct shapes, but great hulking masses of indigo, their peaks lost in the hazy, moonlit clouds. The rhythmic clack-clack of the wheels is muffled now, softened by the deepening snow on the tracks. It sounds like a heartbeat heard through a thick wall. Clack-clack, clack-clack. Your eyes feel heavy, the lids drifting down like the snowflakes outside. You catch glimpses of the world in fragments, the silver edge of a frozen lake, the dark silhouette of a distant crag, the rhythmic flicker of the telegraph poles passing by. The train enters a tunnel. Suddenly, the blue moonlight is gone, replaced by a velvety, absolute darkness. The sound changes again. The roar of the engine becomes a hollow, encompassing echo that wraps around the carriage. It feels like being inside a great, humming shell, There is no sense of movement now, only the vibration and the sound. It is a private, secret space, hidden deep within the heart of the mountain. In this darkness, your other senses sharpen. You feel the texture of the cotton sheets against your skin. You smell the fading scent of the chamomile tea. You feel the rhythmic swaying of the train, which has become a slow, languid undulation. Then the train emerges from the tunnel and the blue light returns, even more brilliant than before. The snow has stopped falling and the sky has cleared. The stars are vast and bright, millions of tiny white pinpricks against the violet canopy. The moonlight reflects off the fresh snow with such intensity that the landscape seems to glow from within. The train is descending now, moving toward the lower valleys. The descent is effortless. The engine idles, and the carriage seems to coast, gliding silently down the iron rails. The rhythm is slower now. Clack, 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 clack. The space between the sounds grows longer. The swaying is more pronounced, a gentle side-to-side motion that lulls your mind into a state of total stillness. You are no longer a passenger on a journey. You are simply part of the movement, part of the night, part of the mountain air. Your thoughts begin to drift, becoming abstract and soft. You imagine the train as a silver needle threading its way through the fabric of the Alps, sewing a path through the silence. You imagine the snow as a heavy, white velvet blanket, tucking the world in for the night. The blue light in the cabin fades as the moon moves behind a high ridge. The room becomes a sea of soft greys and deep charcoals. The rhythm of the tracks is now just a whisper, a distant memory of motion. Clack, clack. The warmth of the bed is absolute. Your limbs feel heavy, sinking deep into the mattress, as if you are becoming part of the train itself. The mountain peaks are far above you now, their silent, icy summits watching over your progress. You are moving toward the morning, toward a distant valley where the sun will eventually rise over the pines. But for now, there is only the blue night, the rhythmic track, and the deep restorative silence. The train glides on, a ghost in the moonlight, carrying you deeper and deeper into the quiet. Clack, clack. The sound is a lullaby, the motion is a cradle, the night is a sanctuary. You are safe, you are warm. The journey continues, but you are already home. Sleep now, as the train carries you through the silver-blue shadows. Sleep as the snow settles on the silent pines. Sleep as the rhythm of the rails leads you into the soft, velvet dark. If your eyes are closed and sleep is reaching out for you, let it take you. There is nothing left to do tonight. No more places to go. You have arrived at the most important destination. This moment of perfect, unshakable rest. However, if your mind is still a little too bright, or if the path to sleep feels just a few steps further away, do not worry. There is no pressure to drift off immediately. On your screen, you will find other paths we have prepared for you, other sanctuaries, other cabins, and other quiet corners of the world. You can choose one now, and we will continue this journey together, moving a little slower, a little deeper, until the world finally fades into a soft, velvety blur. Before you go, if you find peace in these journeys, consider joining our sanctuary by subscribing. It is a quiet way of ensuring that whenever you need to escape, a seat is always held for you.